Welcome to Community Taking Action, ABCD's program highlighting people and organizations doing great things in and around the Boston area. Today we are focusing on employment, and here to join us to talk about employment opportunities for adults is Gene August, the Employer Partnership Manager for the Career Collaborative. Gene, thank you for joining the show.
Well, thank you for having me, Eric.
So the Career Collaborative, it's an agency that I know is doing some great work around employment and employment training, but I don't know if our audience is as familiar with it as I might be. And so just give us a little background on the history of the Career Collaborative.
Our president and founder, Susan Shiro, who started the program, felt that ending working poverty, and the best way to do that is to help adults find good jobs.
Get a job. Right?
Yeah, find good jobs, but also finding good jobs, but also keeping the jobs and being successful at it.
Who is the program for, and where are you guys based out of?
We're based out of the downtown area.
Downtown Boston.
22 to 55-year-olds, unemployed and underemployed adults who are looking for, jobs and good jobs to find.
And so, in a previous conversation, we talked with folks who had opportunities for young people from 13 and then 14 up to 21, and so you really pick it up at 22.
There's a lot of youth programs, and I think there's a lot of programs through school, but you never really were taught how to find a job, and also how to keep a job. A lot of times people don't understand, again, the way the environment works at a job, adjusting to the environment. A lot of our folks come from from outside of the U.S. as well, and the culture is different.
I'm 22 years old, and I've been bouncing around a little bit, and I open up the newspaper and I see this ad, because I've seen your ad.
Yeah.
I see this ad in the newspaper that says Career Collaborative, help me get a job.
Yeah.
I don't know you guys from Adam, but I'll pick up the phone and I call. What does that experience look like?
If they call and they're interested in our program, they go through a quick pre-screen. Nothing.
But I don't want to be screened out. I just need a job.
But nothing difficult. It's just some questions about what type of job you're looking for. And one of the things that we look at, is a lot of our participants don't have a bachelor's degree. We don't work with anyone with a bachelor's degree, so we want to make sure that the person's not wasting their time coming down to our office in downtown.
So if I have a bachelor's degree, then I probably should go to my university and go career services there?
Right, and we may give them some information and some other programs that might be able to help them as well.
But if I don't have a bachelor's, I completed high school. Do I have to have completed high school? GED?
You don't have to have completed high school without a high school diploma. No, not at all.
There's a lot of folk like that.
Yes, we do have a lot of
So I
our
haven't completed high school. I just changed my profile. I haven't completed high school, and I'm looking for a job, and I called you. I get pre-screened. Hopefully I get through it.
Yep.
And then what?
You get invited to an orientation. Okay. The orientation goes over to our services, and we make sure that they understand what the program is about. The commitment is very important.
So give me some of the spiel.
Yeah.
Because I just took the T from Mattapan all the way downtown, because you're downtown, right?
We're right downtown, downtown crossing area. Yeah, 77 Summer Street.
And I'm sitting.
Yeah, so motivation is one of the biggest key we talk about.
I'm ready to go.
Right. Motivation, we talk about making sure you're committed to coming in, because it is 9 to 2 for 4 weeks. 9 to 2 for 4 weeks. For 4 weeks straight. And that sometimes could be a problem. And sometimes some of the barriers that we go through with some people is transportation might be an issue.
Right.
And also
rates just went up, so.
Yeah, and we have a lot of single moms that are part of the program, and daycare.
So childcare,
Daycare and childcare is a huge issue. So we discuss a lot of that during the orientation to make sure people are prepared and ready to actually commit themselves to the 4 weeks.
Do you have one session running, or do you have multiple sessions? One starts this week, another session B starts next week, or something?
Yeah, it's one session at a time. So one session will run, and then once they graduate from that phase of the program, because there's 3 phases of the program, once they graduate, they'll go to the second phase, which is really just the job searching part.
Employers, and your relationship with employers, and that is your job, or is that part of your job?
Yeah, my job is to connect and make new connections with employers to find placements for our participants. And we do have some existing employers that we connect with on a basis of making sure that they understand what the program is about. Getting feedback from them is very important.
So it's more than just finding a company that has available jobs.
Right. We want to build a relationship with the employers, and part of building a relationship is really understanding what we're about, and also understanding what they need what their needs are. So we're able to fill those needs. But when they do interview one of our clients, our participants, we want to make sure that if it's not a good match, they do provide us with a lot of good feedback that we can move forward and helping that person.
Then there's phase 3, it's holding down the job. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we have part of our program, and I think which makes it very unique, is we have a 2-year career coach that really deals with any issues that the person's having on the job on a day-to-day basis, but not only a day-to-day basis, but also to help them, become, self-sufficient and self-directed, being able to advocate for themselves in the workplace. To have that tough conversation when you're dealing with maybe a difficult boss or a difficult worker.
Right.
I
don't really know how to engage.
Yeah, don't really know how to engage or handle that situation, and that helps them. And I think our career coaches have been through a lot of this already.
You won't
because they've seen
believe
so
how they
much.
talk to me.
They hear a lot, and so they understand. So they become really experienced in that area, and so they help them out through that.
What does success look like when you're working with folks?
For us, and I can tell you about this one individual who, came outside of the United States, and she's been working, minimum wage for a very long time. We were able to help her find a position in the hospital, and her and her family was very grateful. But the first thing she said to me is, when she first saw her salary, is she said, I felt like I won the lottery. So that made, that's why we do the work.
So what's next for Career Collaborative? You guys have been around 17 years, and a lot of people are still waiting to hear about you, and that's picking up and growing. What's the future hold?
Hopefully, I think it holds more, and like I said at the beginning, I think we've helped 1,800 people in the last 17 years, over 1,800 people to find jobs. I'm hoping that we can help maybe 3,000 more people find jobs and find good jobs and help end some of the working class poverty.
Well, in this economy, we certainly need as many institutions like yours that are helping people. I mean, it's really outstanding work. How can someone get in touch with you?
Well, they can go online at careercollaborative.org, or they can call us at 617-424-6616 if they need more information.
Excellent. So I am very grateful that you're able to join us because because of the work that we do, anti-poverty work is really important that people are able to find outstanding resources like the Career Collaborative, where someone can not just get a job, but get training on how to get and keep and hold that job and really, get their family stable moving forward. And so I really can't thank you enough, and the work that you all do is really outstanding. And I want to thank you for coming on the program.
Thank you for having me, Eric.
Be sure to check us out on Facebook, and if you've missed any episodes, Facebook and Twitter, and if you've missed any episodes, you can catch those on YouTube. Thank you for joining Community Taking Action. I am your host, Eric Mitchell. Until next time.